It's the Law with ABC legal analyst Royal Oakes is brought to you by Clark Hill Legal and Professional Services. Clark Hill has locations in Grand Rapids, Lansing, Detroit, and Birmingham.
Today on It's the Law, a creative scam. That's next.
Now, important information for Michigan businesses. Experts say there are new opportunities that could help your business grow without having to wait for the economy to make a full rebound. John Van Fossen of Clark Hill explains how having a network of trusted advisors can help lead you to new opportunities.
Many companies and organizations miss chances to improve their bottom lines, save money, or add revenue streams because they simply don't know where to look. It's important to work with professionals who keep up with new laws, regulations, trends, and opportunities. It's not always easy to find an opportunity like a public-private partnership, tax incentive, or a federal grant. But with the right team, you can be creative and also mitigate your risk.
The experts at Clark Hill recommend that you seek advice from professionals who understand business, government, and the law. Clark Hill can be part of your company's economic generator. Count on us. Count on more. Visit clarkhill.com. That's clarkhill.com.
I'm Royal Oakes, and this is It's the Law. It's not illegal to sell good luck charms, but Harold P. Weingold of New Jersey crossed the line. Weingold was a real entrepreneur, selling good luck keychains and baubles, as well as what he called cosmic protectors, all of which were designed to help the purchasers of these items win the New Jersey State Lottery. Weingold was so good at sales that he became known as the Lottery Doctor, unloading some 2,000 charms at an average price of $250. The cosmic protectors were actually solar-powered calculators. The problem is, Weingold went so far as to quote odds in a way. He guaranteed his buyers that their chance of winning the lottery would increase 93% if they bought his trinkets. The State Division of Consumer Affairs ordered Weingold to pay a fine of $500,000. With the law firm of Barger & Molin, I'm Royal Oakes, and this is It's the Law.
20 minutes after the hour, lucky to have Carol Kane for a few more minutes, the host of Michigan Matters on CBS TV in Detroit and political columnist for the Detroit Free Press. You mentioned Mark Brewer, that you taped a Michigan Matters with him. We had a pretty testy exchange between Rob Fowler from the Small Business Association of Michigan and business leaders from Michigan. His name escapes me, though. Doug Rothwell and Mark Brewer, and they just sort of walked up at the same time and got on the air with us at the same time, and Mark Brewer went into attack mode and just absolutely went after them. It was a spectacular radio, but you don't see that usually happen on the island, it seemed to me.
Well, again, as he joked, this was a Republican convention, so there were a few Democrats in the mix. But talking about what's going to be happening as far as the tax cuts, and Mark talked about that, the impact on seniors, the more vulnerable, education, all the things, whereas there's a tax cut for businesses. I mean, again, the state has got so many financial issues and how best to resolve it, and the budget's being done. But Mark certainly is a champion for the one side of the argument on this thing, and Rothwell on the other side of this thing, with the business leaders more in the Rick Snyder camp as far as all this stuff goes. But, the other thing that really resonated up on the island was Dave Bing and the city of Detroit.
Ouch.
And, my gosh, yeah. I just, if there's any CEOs out there listening, or CFOs, people who really know how to turn things around, Dave Bing, I say this with the laugh, but it's a very serious matter, is in such need of assistance on how to get Detroit back on track here. He basically made that plea out on the island, hey, business community said they would help. Where are they? We can go back and forth as to how much help they have or haven't been. But anyone out there has any great ideas, don't involve the media in this thing. Go directly to Dave and give him some help, because as Detroit goes, the state goes, whether people like it or not. It is what Michigan is known for, is Detroit.
There were 10 people interviewed anonymously for an article that came out Thursday that said he's frustrated, he threatens to fire people, that the administration is out of control. This is the mayor of Detroit, Dave Bing. Then on Friday, the headline is that he's not getting the help he needs, and that his administration is slowing him down, and the business community hasn't answered the bell for him. And a lot of people said when he got elected that he's a nice, elegant fellow and a good role model and all that, but maybe he doesn't know what he's getting into. Do you think that's how it will bear out?
Well, I think ultimately he came in there to be mayor. I think the EFM thing is where this ultimately will go to. I talked with Bob Dado, Brooks Patterson's Grim Reaper guy who does their budget, who helped Snyder with all the stuff and setting up the EFMs and getting the budget conversation. He took a deep dive on the finances of Detroit. It came to the conclusion they'll squeak by till October, November, but going to go over the cliff unless something dramatic happens, like the unions roll over or sudden major consolidations, and we don't get anything done. And this is what Dave Bing has found is uphill, huge, gargantuan effort.
I wonder if he's positioning Detroit for bankruptcy after all. Now, let me ask you this. Sarah Palin was in Boston talking about Paul Revere, asked about Paul Revere. Here's what candidate, soon-to-be candidate for president, I think Sarah Palin said.
He who warned the British that they weren't going to be taking away our arms by ringing those bells and making sure as he's riding his horse through town to send those warning shots and bells that we were going to be secure and we were going to be free.
What do you make of that?
Get that woman, get her a BlackBerry with a Google on it so she can Google it, get her facts, and get them all straight before she gets out there. I mean, this is a woman that could see Russia for her backyard. So, you know, and she's getting so much attention. In fact, I know when Mitt Romney announced he's in Michigan today and tomorrow, but when he announced in Massachusetts that he was going to be running, she got all the attention because she was coming in there to campaign herself. It's like she is just taking so much oxygen out of the Republican side of who's going to be running here on that side. But again, she gets headlines no matter where she goes. She gets, whether she says something funny or something strong or there's something the Tea Partiers love or not, she gets attention.
She blamed her answer in part on the media, saying that it was a gotcha question. Gotcha.
Just like, you know, what newspapers do you read? What books do you read? Katie Couric asked, 2 years ago when asked the question, and she said she was angry, couldn't answer it. You know, here's the other thing. Let's be fair. Running in politics is not easy. It is not as easy as it looks. And I can understand people having a deer in the headlight blank, mental moment when you just forget everything. It happens.
It's not easy to want to wear the crown, and Carol Kane knows it. That's why she and I are smart enough to stay on the media side as opposed to throwing our helmets into the ring. We get to just talk about it. Those that can't do talk. She's terrific. She writes, too, for the Free Press and is on CBS television with Michigan Matters. Google it up and see her in both of those occasions. Thank you very much. We'll talk again soon. It's Michael Patrick Shields, all across Michigan, Michigan's Morning Show.